But we want to get to this top story this morning. We're still talking about those wildfires that will not let up across the state, and it's impacting some of our most beautiful places here.
By Friday, 4 of the 6 Arizona National Forests will be closed to visitors, and that's beginning this morning. So let's check in with Maria, who is starting our team coverage out in Mesa, where the Tonto National Forest is set to close soon.
Good morning. So this is a huge deal. We're talking 4 out of the 6 national forests across Arizona. They are closing, and that means no entry at any point into these recreation areas. So what happens if you don't listen? I mean, the consequences, they're pretty deep. I hope you have some deep pockets. We're talking a $5,000 fine and up to 6 months in prison. That is how seriously the National Forest Service is taking this, and it's all because of this huge wildfire threat. Now, I'm at the Tonto National Forest Ranger Station. This is in Mesa. Popular recreation areas here include the Superstition Mountains. This closure for Tonto actually starts Friday, so this is one of many rollouts this week of forest closures. There are so many reasons for the closures, one being reducing the risk of people accidentally starting wildfires. We all know that resources are already very limited, and 2 of the major wildfires we've talked about, those were started by lightning. If you have a trip planned to Sedona or Flagstaff, gates will be closed to popular spots, and signs like this one will be posted. All campers in these areas must be out today by 8 a.m. Rangers have a big job ahead of them. I know that they've been going out to some of these campsites earlier this week, letting people know who have been off the grid, they maybe don't have cell phone service and got the update, to make sure that they get out. To be clear, this means you cannot enter any parts of these forests at any time. So I want to show you on your screen, okay, we've got the closures today at 8 a.m. That's in just about an hour. COCONINO National Forest and Kaibab National Forest, those are both in northern Arizona. Tomorrow we have Apache Sitgreaves National Forest, that's kind of in the Mogollon Rim area. And Friday, again, Tonto National Forest, which we mentioned. So we're talking hundreds of thousands of acres closed. So the big question everyone wants to know, when will they reopen? Well, if you look at the sky, we did have a couple of raindrops this morning. That is certainly not enough precipitation in order to reduce the wildfire threat. So we'll of course keep an eye on it, but some of the press releases are saying people need a plan for weeks to not enter these forests. So that means if you got camping plans, hiking plans, you're just gonna have to wait this summer to see when you can actually enjoy our beautiful Arizona outdoor weather and desert. It's just, everything's on fire right now, and we got to do what we need to do to keep this place safe. In Mesa, Maria HECHANOVA for Arizona's Family.
Thank you, Maria. Well, we want to get an idea of what things are like at some of the other national forests which start closing this morning.
Yeah, so joining us now from up north is Brady Smith, the Public Information Officer with the Coconino National Forest. So Brady, thank you so much for joining us. This is just a pretty stressful time, I can only imagine. What do you recommend for those folks who had plans to go up to the Coconino National Forest, maybe camping reservations?
Well, we're going to be closed, so they're not going to be able to really come in and camp anywhere or recreate anywhere. Where we can, we're going to be swinging gates at the main entries to the National Forest. It's been something that we haven't done for a long, long time, and it's not something that we take lightly, but it's really important at this time. We have conditions such that we're going to just see that it's really necessary.
This is not a knee-jerk reaction for you guys to close this forest because it requires a lot of resources. So what goes into closing a forest?
Well, we have to, the Coconino National Forest in and of itself is almost 2 million acres, so that's a lot of forest roads to travel. That's a lot of people to try to inform to get out before the gates close. But we have to do a lot of barricades as well and signage, and just trying to get as much information out to the public as possible to let them know. And in the midst of this, we're handling the backbone fire on the Coconino National Forest, and then the Raphael fire is starting to make its way onto us. So there's just a lot going on right now. So removing this human component out of the risk of wildfires greatly helps us.
Yeah, the variables with a wildfire, I mean, are just limitless, especially as the weather may be changing and you're worried about the direction of the fire popping or maybe, you know, crossing any backburn that has already been made as progress. Tell us, what do people need to know about fines if they are refusing to leave or still on the grounds, and also if they had paid or made a reservation, is there refunds available or rescheduling options?
Well, if they've made reservations through recreation.gov, they're going to see refunds and get it through that avenue. But you know, if people are going to violate this kind of closure order that we have, it's up to $5,000 and/or 6 months in jail. And you know, that's determined by a federal judge, but there will be a mandatory federal appearance as well. So we don't, like I said, we don't take these things lightly, and we just ask for people's compliance.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for taking the time. We know you are extremely busy right now, and we wish everybody on the fire lines the best of luck.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.